What's up guys, Zinigami here. Let's go through 60 Stamina Doflamingo on the global version of One Piece Treasure Boost. We're going to be using a double Blackbeard team. Yes, things look a little different right now. I'm currently in my new apartment and we're still getting everything set up. I put up like a fold out table to get things set up because we're here. We're going to do Doflamingo Raid. I think this is the one I just looked at, right? Yeah. Double Blackbeard team. The key things we're going to be looking for is we need over 75 to 80,000 health, depending on when you're going to be using your Marcos and when you're going to be using your Blackbeards. You can also actually kill it if you have Whitebeard maxed. If you have Whitebeard maxed, you can actually aim to use your Blackbeards and Whitebeard special after the preemptive attack from Doflamingos, where he cuts your health in half. But since I do not have a Whitebeard, I'm going to be using a Marco on my team, and that means we're going to be waiting and using Marco, healing back to full, and taking an attack from both Doflamingos later on. And we're going to use Alvida to save our life here too. So this stage 1, we're going to kill this dude in the back, and the key thing is that the longer your Marco cooldown is, the more you have to stall here early on. Oops, I didn't mean to kill the penguin. I'd actually prefer to keep the penguin alive. I'm going to keep the blue guy in the back here alive. I'm going to take a couple hits from him. And basically our health right now doesn't matter that much. I'm going to let my health get down to no lower than 30,000. About 30,000 as low as my health can get. Because below 30,000, I'll start to take damage from... Or when my health gets cut in half, my Alvida won't be able to save me. But I'm going to be using my Marco to save my life later on, so there's also no reason for me to attack multiple times here. I'm just going to... Doesn't really matter. Right here, I'm going to stop. I'm going to try to push forward. And the reason I'm... like I said, I can get down to 30,000 health, but I want to keep more than that, just in case I make a mistake here on stage 2 or make a mistake on stage 3. I have a little health to buy me some leeway on these stages. Now, if you see my other Doflamingo preparation guides or walkthrough videos, make sure that you bring this guy to below 20% health. Because if you bring him below 20% health, then he will skip his attack for the turn. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Perfect. He skips his attack, boosts his attack, and we get another 2 turns. So we're just going to take these right here. And once we actually get to Doflamingos, I have about 8 turns that I could possibly stall with before I have to use Marco special. So I'm going to aim for my Marco to be at 8 turns or less by the time I actually get there. And we're on a good track to be just ready. I'm going to be very careful what order I'm attacking. I'm going to try to kill these guys on the outside. I can take a hit here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a hit here from the guy up top. Boom, 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 boom. And that's as low as we're going to get. I'm not going to take a hit from the lobster. I'm not going to take another hit from this dude. Oops. Sorry, Turtle, I didn't mean to hit you. But Turtle only has 8 hit points anyways. He only can take 2 attacks. And then, whenever your Golden Pound Usopp is max, or if your Golden Pound Usopp is up to 11 turns, I believe it still works with 11 turn cooldown Golden Pound Usopp. We're going to use Golden Pound Usopp here on stage 4. And then we're going to slowly kill everything. We're going to leave the int character alive. We're just going to kill everyone else. You can take his time to try to look for some matching orbs. Excellent time to look for matching orbs. We're going to leave the int guy alive. Very, very important to remember to actually leave that guy alive. Or else bad things happen to you if you accidentally kill that int guy. Okay, it only works with 10 turns. So the int guy will lock our side characters. Locky lock. Goodbye. And then we're not going to kill them, but we will kill them this next turn. Alright. So we're through. Doflamingos are gonna cut our health in half. And then with Alvida, even though we take 4 times extra damage, Alvida's gonna basically reset the damage and make us take 14,000, I believe it is, we're gonna take from Doflamingos. So I should live with about 1,000 health. So now I'm gonna just take my time hitting both Doflamingos. You can see my Marco is already on a 3-turn cooldown. So we'll have him ready to go without using Golden Pound Usopp. But I can, and I probably will just use Golden Pound Usopp to show you how much you can stall here. Use Alvida. Don't forget Alvida or else I'll die, and that is counterproductive to beating Doflamingo. The reason you'll also notice that I have my Marco and my Golden Pound Usopp in the middle row is because the top Doflamingo will lock our middle 2 characters for 2 turns. There we go, 1,000 health. Right on cue. And since the top Doflamingo locks our middle 2 characters for 2 turns, just putting our side characters in the middle means we don't really lose out on that much damage. We lose out on the extra combo hits for sure, but we still get extra damage from our top and bottom characters. But it really doesn't matter. We don't need that much help. We don't need to do that much damage at all. We're gonna do 1.6 million damage to both Doflamingos. For example, right here, I can use my I can use Marco here and then take a hit. But I'm gonna just let's assume that my Marco special isn't ready yet. Let's assume I still have like a higher level Marco special. Just for our purposes, in case you didn't remember, my Marco special for this team is actually at level 23. So I'd say probably up to level 26 or 7, you can use a Marco safely. More than 27 and you're going to have a little hard time using a Marco. So he locks our 2 characters. We're still just going to punchy punch. And at this point, this top Doflamingo is ready and do a little bit of damage to the bottom Doflamingo. I can use Monster Chopper if I wanted to. Next turn they're going to be ready. They're going to take attack and it's going to be 86,000 damage. Boom. I don't actually need to attack, but it still feels nice to attack. I don't need a chopper at all. You can see 86,400 damage. Pachoo! And yes, your Blackbeards need to be ready with your Marcos. If your Blackbeards aren't ready, you obviously can't use a Blackbeard team. And there you go. Nice, cool, pretty simple way to beat Doflamingos in that you don't need to hit your perfects, you don't need to hit good, great perfects or anything like that. And your special levels, besides Monster Chopper and besides Marco and Golden Pound Usopp, doesn't really matter that much. That's it. If you want to see some other teams like Gear 3 team, Monster Chopper team, you can go to my other Doflamingo video where I have Gear 3 and Monster Chopper teams. You'll notice on there that I do use Stronghold Frankie, and I mentioned in my preparation guide that Stronghold Frankie is easily replaceable. You replace him with anybody from Blamenco to Arlong to Alvida, depending on what team you use. I've been Zenigami. Good luck. Y'all stay beautiful.